Good afternoon. My name is David Lane. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is April 6, 2017, and I'm about to perform a video inspection of a portion of the main line of 118 East 11th Avenue here in Spokane, Washington. I was called out today to perform a video inspection by a potential home buyer. There was a toilet in the downstairs basement next to the main stack that was in disrepair. The tank was not connected to the bowl. There was water hooked up to it, but the toilet is in total disrepair. Cut the anchor bolts, pulled the toilet. The floor flange actually came with it. Floor flange is no longer sealed to the concrete, so definitely going to be needing some repairs there. And then I inserted my camera in the flange, you know, where the flange was at. Stuck it down, and immediately started coming upon water. Couldn't push past a certain couple areas. You know, with the help of a couple toilet flushes, was able to get out this far. I'm out about 100 feet. I'm going to give you an exact measurement where I'm at back to the house, but I'm unable to push the camera any farther. So we rely on a 1/4 inch drop per linear foot. We rely on gravity to carry our wastewater out to the sewer, and we should never have any standing water in our main line. As you can see, what you see right there is water. The top of the pipe is going to be on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. The bottom of the pipe is going to be on the left-hand upper top of the screen. And that's water that you see. You kind of see it moving and flowing. It looks like it's draining very slowly. But like I said, there should never be any standing. Ideally, there should never be any standing water in your main line. So as I pull back, I'm going to be able to narrate this for you best as I can. I definitely recommend that this line get cabled and see if some of this is roots. See if we can't knock down some of the problem here, so we can get some of this water out of the line, so we can get a clearer picture. There you can see we're pulling out of the water right here. So what we're pulling into is 6-inch tile. Off there in the distance, that looks like some root intrusions. You can see minor roots there growing along the top of the pipe. But we're definitely in 6-inch tile, and normally what happens is it's 4-inch to the property line, then it transitions from 4-inch to 6-inch. I'm going to continue to pull back here. Now we're almost out of the water. Ideally, just a little bit of water pooling or running down would be ideal. See what you see there at that joint. The most problematic areas for clay tile pipe are the joints. Over time, the ground settles and the joints offset or separate, and that looks like a pretty large offset. The good news is it does not stair step up. Stair stepping up would mean that the water was going to have to pool there until it meets the height requirement, and then is able to drain out. Here we're pulling into some water. My camera lens is 1.5 inches thick. That's kind of our measuring stick here when it comes to water and lifts and things. There's another joint. While I was pushing out, I hit a couple spots where I was not able to push the camera through. We flushed the toilet a couple times, and I just kept jamming the camera, and I was able to pass those spots. But I believe that there's going to be some sludge buildup in the line, and debris and things. What happens when this water is pooling like this? You know, we use the restroom, we flush the toilet, and the toilet paper, the solid waste, it starts flowing down our pipe, and then bam, it hits the pool of water and stops. And over time, things accumulate there, and what we call a sludge buildup occurs. There, on the right hand side of the pipe, the center of the screen, is pretty large. Okay. Pretty large roots here. Just the diameter of the roots are pretty large. There's the joint there. You can see where you can see the edge of the joint, the abrupt edge, and the roots growing through there. You can also see hanging on the roots is the sludge, toilet paper, and things like that. Continuing to pull back here. Another joint. More growth. This is where it looks like it transitions from 6 to 4 inch. You can see the diameter of the pipe has shrunk. You can see the root intrusions there, and now we're pulling into water here. Alrighty, and as we come up out of the water, you can see the debris build up here on the sides of the pipe. You see how I'll stop pulling the camera and how that stuff's moving and kind of closing in. That's the sludge debris and build up. It's quite a lot. There's root growths there as well that kind of act as a mesh to grab all that stuff. Here's some more debris I was talking about. See it kind of just closing up around the camera. Definitely the line needs to be cabled and break up a lot of that sludge and things. There's a joint where there's a root intrusion. Continuing to pull back here. The bottom of the pipe is where the water's at, left hand side of the screen. Excuse me, one moment. Right in, I'm back. Continue to pull back. Another large root intrusion there. You can see it growing down the sides of the pipe. More large roots in diameter with sludge wrapped on it. Here's some more. You can see the roots. That's all root intrusion there. The line definitely needs to be cabled. You can see where my camera, I just slammed it through there. This is all root and sludge here. The whole pipe, I'm pulling fast to stay away from the water, but you can see how the whole bottom of the pipe is just overgrown with roots. Continue to pull back here. That's what's going to make it so difficult to push the camera out, is how I'm pushing through all these roots. More root intrusion here. You can see where I just kind of went up under them, and more root intrusion. Massive. There we pull out of it a little bit. There's massive intrusions here, and I think I'm actually pulling some, but the line definitely needs to be cabled. We're pulling into water. See, this water is pulling right at the, you know, kind of think of it as at the base of the roots, you know. It's trying to flow downstream. Excuse me, someone running water in the house. We get a gush of water, that's why. I actually got some roots caught on the end of my camera. That's what that black root is that I'm pulling back. I'm about 73 feet from where I could no longer push the camera. Going through a transition here. Okay, there's the root that I was pulling. Fell off. Continue to pull back. I'm getting close to the pipe sticking up out of the concrete. Now we're in cast iron. Cast iron stubs out from the house 3 to 5 feet. The cast iron looks beautiful. Alright, and coming up out of the pipe here. Alrighty, and this is the pipe that we're working out. There's the hot water heater right next, and the main stack right there. Again, my name is David Lane. We were able to push out about 96.5 feet, but no further because of the root intrusions. Again, my name is David Lane. Today's date is April 6, 2017, and this will conclude your video inspection. Thanks for choosing Bulldog Rooter.